Most of us enjoy a good game, to play with friends and have a fun time. But the stakes are never as high when you play poker or chess. In this game, you won't just lose, you'll die. Some play in their basement, others in the kitchen, but this game takes place somewhere much more disturbing. The Gideon meat plant was built for death and slaughter, but nowadays it's a facility used for horror tests that unwilling participants endure as the smell of rust, blood and fear fills their nostrils. The Gideon meat plant is run by a mad puppeteer who seems to seek redemption for those being exposed to the insane traps found inside. The pig is a protégé turned master, someone who aims to set people free. At least that's what the pig believes. The pig's power is called Jigsaw's baptism. The pig can move stealthily and dash into ambush attacks and put reverse bear traps on survivors' heads. As the pig is crouching, she lacks a terror radius. Each trial starts with 4 reverse bear traps that can be placed on dying survivors. The timer of the reverse bear trap is started as a generator is completed. The reverse bear trap triggers in one of the following ways: as the timer runs out, or if a survivor goes beyond the exit gates. But the survivors can free themselves from a bear trap by searching jigsaw boxes around the map to find the correct key. The pig comes with 3 perks. They are all about pain and torture. The first one is called the Hangman's Trick. Your ingenious modifications to hooks prevents tempering and permanent damage. Hooks destroyed by sabotage or sacrifices repair after a short moment. You will gain a notification when someone starts sabotaging the hooks. The second perk is called Surveillance. Unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. Last regressing generators' auras are revealed to you. The final perk is called Make Your Choice. When a survivor rescues someone from a hook at least 24 meters away from the killer, Make Your Choice triggers and puts the rescuer in the exposed state. The pig is constantly in search of new subjects, people to test and torture. But some won't give in. Some will fight back. David Tapp is one of the good guys, a detective that sought justice and someone who has stumbled upon more or less everything that the human mind can handle. Until he met Jigsaw, the pig, and their traps. He now spends every waking hour trying to put a stop to this inhumanity. David comes with 3 perks. The first one is called Tenacity. There is nothing stopping you. Your ferocious tenacity in dire situation allows you to crawl faster and recover at the same time. The second perk is called Detective's Hunch. When completing a generator, auras of generators, chests, and totems within range are revealed to you for 3 seconds. The final perk is called Stakeout. Getting close to the killer fills you with determination. When standing within the killer terror radius for some time and not in a chase, you gain a token, up to a maximum. When Stakeout has at least 1 token, good skill checks are considered great skill checks and consume a token. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to survive? Will you play the pig's sick and twisted game? The game is about to begin. The Saw chapter will be released on January 23rd. Carnivals are places of fun and laughter, beacons of light and happiness in the dark. Make sure not to walk too far from the crowds and the music. Don't be lured by the painted panels and inviting colors of that lonely caravan. Or someone else just might find one of your fingers added to the clown's collection. The new map is called Father Campbell's Chapel. This building was once a haven from the horrors of the rest of the asylum. Patients would come here for refuge, to seek guidance and to unburden their souls. Then on that fateful night, the asylum's halls fell quiet, and the father met his end in the confessional where he had helped so many. it has been joined by a strange sight, a brightly colored caravan pulled by a sickly horse. Only a fool would let the bright colors seduce them into visiting. The new killer is called the Clown. Throughout his years experimenting with anesthetics and muscle relaxants, the Clown developed several effective concoctions and formulas. He used his favorite, the Afterpeace Tonic, to great effect, intoxicating and capturing many unwilling victims. The Clown has a surprising agility for a man of his size, along with a terrifying appearance and the ability to sabotage the survivors' efforts. The Clown can hurl gas bombs which explode on impact, creating a cloud of deadly gas, which lasts for a brief amount of time. Any survivor affected by the deadly gas suffers from a negative effect for the duration they spend in the cloud, and for 2 seconds after leaving it. Affected survivors make coughing sounds, suffer from the hindering status effect, and have blurred vision. The Clown has 3 perks. The first one is called Bamboozle. Your vault speed is faster. Performing a vault action calls upon the entity to block that vault location temporarily. Only one vault location may be blocked in this way at any time. The vault location is blocked only for survivors. The second perk is called Coulrophobia. Your presence alone instills great fear. All survivors healing within your terror radius have a penalty to healing speed. The final perk is called Pop Goes the Weasel. A deep bond with the entity unlocks great strength. After hooking a survivor, the next generator you break is instantly regressed by a chunk. Normal generator regression applies after the damage is done. Pop Goes the Weasel must be used within 30 seconds after the survivor is hooked. The new survivor is called Cait Denson. One of Cait's earliest memories was standing in front of her family, singing a song that she had learned that morning at school, and watching smiles spread across their faces. Seeing how something as simple as a song could make people so happy was the moment when she knew what she wanted to do with her life. She practiced, learned the guitar as soon as she was big enough to reach over it, and was performing in front of crowds by the time she was 8 years old. With age came a newfound freedom. She bought a battered old truck and was able to travel around by herself, meeting fans and making new friends wherever she stopped. Hers wasn't a story of rock excess, though. Just the road, her guitar, and maybe a good bourbon to end the day. Cait Denson comes with 3 perks. The first one is called Windows of Opportunity. Auras of pallets and vaults are revealed to you when within range. Windows of Opportunity has a cooldown when vaulting or dropping a pallet during a chase. The second perk is called Boil Over. You're a battler and do everything to escape a foe's grasp. Your struggling effects on the killer are increased. You obscure the killer's ability to see hook auras within range. The final perk is called Dance With Me. When performing a fast vault or leaving a locker in a sprint, you leave no scratch marks for a limited time. Dance With Me has a cooldown. The Curtain Call chapter is available now everywhere.
Shattered Bloodlines is the newest chapter for Dead by Daylight. What lies beneath the mundane can be quite terrifying. Hidden beneath the layers of quaint family life, violence festers. When this dark, rampant force lashes out, lives are broken and families shattered. The Spirit. Wrath was her bloodline. She returned home to unimaginable horrors. Horrors that left their mark. Now she walks without remorse, haunting and vengeful between this world and the next. the spirit can use her power, Yamauka's Haunting, to enter an ethereal plane and phase walk to a new location, unseen by human eyes. Her first perk, Spirit Fury. Each time you break a pallet, you build up your call of the entity. After breaking numerous pallets, the next time you are stunned by one, the pallet will instantly break. Hex Haunted Ground. Spawn 2 Trapped Hex Totem. When one of the two is cleansed, all survivors suffer from the exposed status for a short amount of time. The remaining trapped hex immediately becomes a dull one. Hatred. When the generator is completed, the obsession can see your aura. But at the same time, all survivor locations are revealed to you. Once all generators are completed, the obsession is exposed and the killer can kill the obsession. New survivor, Adam Francis. Adam Francis has no legacy, no inheritance, and everything he owns he earned. Disciplined and driven, he knows he can achieve anything he puts his mind to. His hard work paid off. He traded his small existence for a new life, a better life, miles apart from the home he once knew. Now in Japan, he shares the teachings he worked so hard to learn on his own. But nothing prepared him for the lessons that lie ahead. Adam's first perk, Diversion. Standing within the killer terror radius while out of chase triggers the perk. When activated, press the Activate Ability button. Crouched and still, throw a pebble creating a loud noise to divert their attention. Deliverance. After unhooking a survivor in safe retreat, the perk activates. When next on the hook, you have 100% chance of escaping, but you will remain broken and unable to be healed until the timer wears off. Autodidact. You start the trial with a progression penalty for a successful skill check while healing other survivors. With each successful skill check, you receive a token. Each token grants you a bonus progression for your next healing skill check. This cannot be done with a medkit. She lurks in the endless night, her wrath insatiable and her blood tainted. Will you survive her haunting? The Shattered Bloodline chapter is available now.
Darkness Among Us is the 10th and latest chapter for Dead by Daylight. The world around us contains many hazards. A disturbing, violent force could be raging within the people closest to you. Darkness is among us every day. Welcome to your new map, Ormonde Alberta. Population 6,093. Surrounded by an impressive mountain range, Ormonde offers both idyllic ski slopes and, on the other side of the mountain, lucrative potential for coal mining. Or it once did. The Ormonde Slopes Resort now lies derelict. The resort fell into disuse when a deluxe ski town was built on Mount Richards, less than 2 hours away. Ormonde's resort was abandoned to decay, then became a hideout for gangs of teenagers looking for trouble. Some people say it hid a darkness, a bottomless hole, from where no one could return. The new killer is called the Legion. The raw cravings and impulses of adolescence are incredibly powerful. The desire to belong can be just as strong. When teens get involved with an impulsive mastermind, they discover an addictive kind of freedom. They spiral out of control and become the wrong kind of crowd. The Legion, which leaves no rule unbroken. The Legion's power is feral frenzy. The Legion is, in fact, a group of agile killers, able to catch survivors off guard with their power of navigation. While Feral Frenzy is active, the Legion can move at a faster rate, vault pallets, and missed attacks have a shorter cooldown. Successful attacks made during the frenzy apply a new status effect, Deep Wound, and reset the power's duration, allowing the Legion to chain their attacks to multiple survivors, leaving them to bleed out in pain. The Legion comes with 3 perks. Discordance. Anytime 2 or more survivors are working on the same generator, the generator's aura is highlighted for a short duration. Mad Grit. While carrying a survivor, you suffer no cooldown for missed attacks, and hitting another survivor will pause the carried survivor's wiggle timer for a moment. Iron Maiden. You open lockers faster. Additionally, when a survivor exits a locker, their location is revealed, and they suffer from the exposed status effect for a while. New survivor, Jeff Johansson. Jeff is an artist with a heart of gold. Having to create a life for himself from scratch, he found a calling for designing labels for microbreweries and metal bands. He brewed beer, created tattoos, and made art that spoke of his inner world. One morning, he got a call from Ormonde Alberta, home. The caller said that his father had passed, leaving him a few things. Jeff revisited the home he'd left behind, but he should never have looked back. His 3 perks are Breakdown. Anytime you are removed from a hook, escaped or saved, the hook breaks, and the killer's aura is shown to you. Aftercare. A 2-way link is created between yourself and other survivors when you cooperate. When you heal or rescue someone, or when someone heals or rescues you, a link is created, allowing you to see each other's auras across the entire map. Distortion. You start the trial with 3 tokens. When your aura would be shown to the killer, the perk activates and a token is consumed. For a short period, your aura will not be shown to the killer, and you leave no scratch marks. The familiar isn't always safe. In fact, it can hide the most terrifying perversions. A threat could come from anyone, and could happen at any moment. The Darkness Among Us chapter is available now, everywhere.